Welcome back to Credentialing Chronicles, where we spill the doctor's tea hotter than your morning coffee.
And give you the insider scoop on the wild worlds of credentialing, provider drama, and everything they don't teach you in med school.
I'm Shannon, and she's Nylene, two credentialing pros with front row seats to the chaos, looking to make you a part of it. Yes, we want you to engage in spilling this tea with us. We need your love and likes, and we want to know what you think too. Look for us, please, on LinkedIn, Instagram, and yes, baby, even TikTok.
Yes, we love to see your love. From fraud scandals to burnout breakdowns and why your favorite surgeon might actually be banned from 5 hospitals.
Honey, we've got the gossip and the practical advice to keep you out of trouble and ahead of the game.
So grab your coffee, your compliance checklist, and maybe a lawyer, and let's get into it.
Girl, today's episode is so scandalous it might need its own witness protection program. You ready?
Oh my goodness, we're diving into the wildest and another jaw-dropping crackdown in U.S. healthcare history. We're talking about 2025 National Healthcare Fraud Takedown.
Ooh.
324 defendants, almost $15 billion in fraud, and a whole lot of side-eye.
Yeah, Nylene, I can't take all this fraud. And now you keep spilling tea on all of these people trying to scam the government, scam the healthcare, scam the people that need healthcare. So let's go. Tell me, and for all of those out there, our disclaimer is we have never credentialed or been involved in any of these cases. Never.
We ain't trying to go to jail.
No, if we were involved, there wouldn't be these cases, okay? All right, Nylene.
This episode of Credentialing Chronicles is sponsored by MedElevate Solutions, your partner in turning healthcare chaos into operational clarity. With deep expertise in ASC, hospital, or physician office operations, clinical workflows, and compliance, their team helps you work smarter, not harder. Learn more at medelevatesolutions.com, simplifying processes, amplifying outcomes, one facility at a time.
Take it away. What's the tea of the week, baby?
All right, we're going to talk about Operation Gold Rush.
Okay,
Shannon. Imagine you go to the doctor for a checkup.
Okay.
But someone across the country already used your Medicare ID to bill $10,000 for a urinary catheter you never received.
Not my catheters. I need my catheters. Who is behind the madness of taking my catheters? Because you done ordered 10,000 under my name. And what about when I need a catheter? Ain't gonna be no catheters for me. Medicaid said you done already got 10,000. How many more you need, Shannon?
Yes, girl. It was a transnational crime syndicate.
Transnational?
Yes, we're talking 29 defendants, 4 arrested, and then we're talking about like across the world. We're not just talking about Yes. No, this goes international. It's not just like within the United States. It's a country called Estonia. Have you heard of Estonia?
It's not in the America of the United?
No.
Okay.
It's in the Estonia.
Okay, it's in the Estonias of the United. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, other side of the world. 7 people were snatched at airports trying to flee the country to Estonia. Okay, back home. They were here trying to rush back to the other side of the world. These scammers bought dozens of medical supply companies using like fake owners, literally, then sent it to Estonia, the stuff that they got.
Okay, so the people were here, had a DME, got all of this stuff, sent it to Estonia, so Estonia has my 10,000 catheters?
Yes.
And then they were getting on a plane to go and be with my catheters in Estonia?
Yeah, I'm probably sell them for more cash over there.
Okay. Okay. Catheters must be a high commodity in Estonia. Okay. So tell me about it. I want to know how Medicaid keeps becoming the beautiful victim. That's what I want to know.
So, yes. Well, in total, there was like over $10 billion in fake claims filed. So catheters is just a small part of it. But what they did was they took stolen identities from millions of Americans.
All you need is the number.
And then they laundered money through like crypto shell companies and even an American banker who helped like scrub the cash and like clean the money. So by using fake businesses and like ghost doctors, stolen Medicare IDs to bill the government for these like not real like patients and stuff, and then non-existent care. So they just like did all of that.
That's crazy. And it's not just fraud, right? I mean, to me, it sounds like, what is that movie, Being Mr. Riley? Remember that movie where he would be all those people? Now it's like, Dr. Riley. It's like an international espionage, with the stethoscope and a white jacket type of deal.
I don't know.
Maybe with a suitcase full of catheters. I don't know. You don't need a stethoscope for catheters. I don't know,
Well, what's crazy is that some of them got arrested, like when they're getting on the plane, but like some of them actually got caught back in Estonia and they got arrested out there. So people were getting arrested like all over the world for this case.
Oh my! Well, I mean, what did you say in the beginning? What, almost 15 billion, right?
Yeah, in total when they went through it. Yep. They were getting on their plane with a suitcase full of encrypted burner phones. You know what I'm talking about? Well, I hit you up.
Saying what? I scam Medicaid and now I'm out, right? I mean, it's literally international Medicaid, Medicare fraud, and yeah, I guess the burner phone is just the cherry on top, babe.
Well, so now we got that one out of the case. I got a lot of stories for you today. So let's talk about AI voice scams. And a lot of our older people, the police has been on Instagram and has been on, public news.
Talking about it, yeah.
Have you ever heard one of those AI voices? It's pretty freaky.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. So listen to this. 5 people in Illinois created fake AI generated voice recordings of Medicare patients saying yes to products that they never wanted.
So fake audio consents, because you have to tell them, right? When they say we're going to transfer you over. Oh, okay. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yep. They faked the voices, stole identities, and then sold that info to labs and to DME companies who racked up over $700 million in bogus claims. And Medicare actually had paid out over $418 million worth of these claims.
We keep talking about how does that happen? If all of a sudden your billing is zero and then it goes up to $700 million, how does that happen?
I know, right?
I mean, it's diabolical. That's all I can say. I just don't understand. AI is out here billing what? Blue Cross Blue Shield? It just doesn't make much sense. And then the real clinics can't even get nothing.
Girl, yes, exactly. I just had a DME claim right now that I'm fighting for, or it's like I pay $150 for a brace and I only got reimbursed $140. I'm like, man, I'm losing $10 trying to help a patient out.
Because you're with the orthopedic, and so you have a lot.
Yes.
So if you guys do a fracture and then you get the DME too for the patients?
Yes, we sell DME. Yeah, or if they have like knee pain.
And do they just go ahead and approve the claims?
You got to get a prior authorization a lot of times. You got to document accordingly. You have to have a doctor's examination. That's why I don't know how they don't get caught earlier, because
you're jumping through hoops of fire.
I'm jumping through hoops. I know everything it takes that I got to document. I'm on top of my doctor, like, oh, make sure you mention, that the patient is ambulatory, and like all these like key words I got to use. So anyway, the feds weren't playing on this one. They ended up seizing about $45 million straight out of their bank account.
Oh, good. Well, they
took the money back.
Good.
So let's just keep traveling, girl, because we're going to go down to the Grand Canyon state of Arizona. Okay. We're going to talk about a rehab racket
And these are all Medicaid.
Yeah, Medicaid and Medicare.
CMS. I mean, it's just mind-boggling to me. So tell me, I'm excited. I mean, am I excited? No, but I'm excited for the tea. Spill it.
So one billing company was based out of Pakistan and the United Arab Emirates.
What?
Yes. You know how many times we yell at people like, do not contract with people overseas? Okay, well, because these people overseas are using our healthcare data, right, to do this stuff. So they had a billing company based out of Pakistan, the United Arab Emirates. They teamed up with a shady addiction center in Arizona. They went ahead and billed $650 million for services that were so bad they failed to serve any treatment purpose.
What? And these were like homeless folks, indigenous patients. I mean, these are like the vulnerable type of community when you're talking about addiction centers.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a shout out on this guy on Instagram. He does a Lost in Phoenix, his account. And he like talks about all these people that are living on the streets and the homeless and people that are addicted. And so, yeah, these are the people that are on Medicaid. These are the people that go to these clinics. And so they still have numbers, right? They're Americans. They have numbers. They receive free healthcare, and they're targeted and they're exploited and they're recruited even from the reservations or from these, houses, the people that are living that way. So this fraudster, one of the fraudsters, girl, he bought a $3 million mansion in Dubai with that blood money. Could you believe that?
I mean, it's just like if there's a way to do it, they're going to figure it out, Nylene.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I don't even know when I'm thinking about it. I mean, if we could just talk for a second, what do we even tell? Okay, on the last episode we had, what did one of our people say? You give us the problem, give us the solution. Nylene, I'm racking my brain right now. What is the solution to this? I wouldn't even know.
I don't even know, because those poor people, like, they don't know how to protect their data. And like for credentialing, we're not really involved too much in the billing side of stuff. So other than billers be aware, I don't know how to stop.
I would say share this with a biller. That's what I would say. Share this with a biller.
That's what we need you to do. Forward this to billing. Okay. Gotta keep going. We're going to talk about bloody bandages and hospice hustles, girl.
Okay.
Hospice hustles.
I swear, you and your titles need to win awards. If we're not winning awards, because all title credit goes to Nylene Flores. Not only does she pass every certification, she sits up at night and comes up with our titles. You people don't understand the amount of work this woman does, okay? Okay, go ahead. Bloody bandages, give it to me.
So we're going to talk, you guys are going to laugh at this one, but we're going to talk about amniotic allografts. Okay, because apparently there's like $1.1 billion in like fake wounds out there. So people are just like getting cut open.
Okay. I don't even know the words that you're saying. I'm like, okay. Is this Medicare? Is this with CMS still?
Yes, this is Medicare. So this is Medicare. So yeah, old people cutting themselves like randomly, like all over their body.
And they need wound care, yeah.
And wound care. So Medicare was billed for like high-end wound care dressing. So side note, I also do wound care at my facility. But I do it legit,
So now I know why you picked these stories. I got you.
Well, because I need to know, Okay, so wound care. So we do have wound care. We do have certain types of dressings that help and promote appropriate wound healing and allow for great skin. So it is a good thing for patients. So the problem is they're slapping on these wound care for hospice patients because apparently hospice patients just like randomly get wounds. I don't know. And so every time they get like a little scratch.
The cubitus ulcers from being in the beds. So sometimes they do.
Well, but these are like scratches, like, they moved and like now they have like a little scrape. So we're going to justify wound care for this little scratch.
Okay.
So these are medically unnecessary, often done without even a doctor's sign off. And the scammers charge top dollar. Sometimes they even apply the grafts to like healthy skin on these patients.
Oh my goodness. And then I even seen that some of the sales reps were making some of the medical decisions, like signing off on some of the medical decisions about that.
Yes, untrained reps told nurse practitioners what to do. In just over a year, they went ahead and pulled over $1 billion in claims.
I remember when I was growing up, I didn't hear the term $1 billion a lot. You know, do you remember that?
Everything is up into billions now.
Yeah, and now, like, at 46 years old, everything is in the billion. I'm like, I can't just become a millionaire. Like, that's not my goal anymore. Is the new goal to be a billionaire? I don't even think I can reach that goal. I ain't got that many years left. You know, but I'm like, billion. I'm like, the people out here just scamming the billions off, scamming the billions, you know?
I know. So, okay, so now we did catheters. We've done wound care on dying people. Girl, let's talk about prescription
We scanned the addiction
opioids.
people. Let's not forget about those.
And the addiction people. So let's just talk about some more addiction people. When doctors are going to go full cartel, girl.
It's got to be something to do with drugs, right? It's got to be something to do with pills. You know, maybe the pharmacy to the street pipeline. Is that what it is?
Yes. So 74 people. So this is 74 people, and we're going to talk about 15 million pills
In Florida?
distributed.
I bet it was in Florida.
Texas, girl, is your
Oh,
state.
Lord. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Texas alone pushed 3 million of them.
What? Of these pills?
Mm-hmm. Of the pills out
Of
of the
the
15
opioid
million.
pills, the highly addictive ones? It wasn't antibiotics?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, Lord.
And they charged cash, and some didn't even see the patients. They just like pushed the script like candy, like.
Well,
There you
remember
go.
when we talked about the podiatrist? Remember him? And they was running a pill mill too. I mean, it must be easy to make a pill mill because it's like everybody is drug trafficking in a white coat.
Girl, can I tell you? Okay, so the drug trafficking, right? So did the DEA do anything on them? Let's talk about the DEA for a hot minute. The DEA, the Drug Enforcement Administration, did the DEA do anything on them?
Yes, they went down there. They shut the building down. They took all their white coats away. They seized the pills. What did they do?
They revoked 93 licenses, right? They revoked. The DEA acted great, 93 to be exact. Can I tell you something? I'm going to do a little disclaimer here.
Okay.
I found out about somebody who was running a pill mill. DEA never revoked their license. Yo. Yes. And I'm like here, like having a MSP breakdown right now. And I was like, do I have to report to the DEA?
I know. What do you do about that? You know, do you report to the DNA?
Guys, if you're listening, tell me, like, what do I do? Right? Like, what do you do when you find out something like this? I don't know. I don't know what to do. So anyway, in this case, they at least cleared this little ecosystem out of pill mills and kickback clinics.
Well, 93 people, that's not little.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot. And you said 100 at first.
Yeah. So it was 93 to be exact.
But 93 were actually, like, I guess, charged or something.
Yeah, they took their DEA license away.
And you have a DEA license? You go through all of that just to go through a scam?
Right?
I don't understand.
And you pay. It's like $888 now to get a DEA license. It's so expensive.
Like, I don't understand it, honey. But okay. Do you have any more? I know you probably do.
Sorry, we got to talk about telemedicine.
The new hot upcoming trend that is happening everywhere, correct?
Since COVID. Mm-hmm. Since COVID. Which I also do in my practice.
Y'all, Nylene has literally given y'all an episode at her orthopedic clinic. She's telling you everything that she's happening.
But I do it legit, though. Like, I do it legit. Like, I don't want anybody to think that I do it wrong. But anyway, okay.
But you see the legit side of it, and then you do research from here, and you see the crazy side of it. So, I mean, I can see how it's wild in your brain.
Yeah, so here we're going to talk about 49 people, including lab owners and marketers, that used telemedicine as a cover. They ran like fake calls, forged consents, and then they sent faxes to like chase doctors into signing these orders or like trick doctors into signing these orders. resulted in over $1 billion getting billed to Medicare for tests and services that supposedly were like ordered during these televisits that actually never happened.
And we're in the billion rack again. I mean, this is like speed dating with a diagnostic, fraud attached to it or something, right? And it always is $1 billion. I guess like maybe that is the threshold for CMS, is that once you hit $1 billion, they're like, oh, this might be fraud. Because we would never let Nylene's clinic hit $1 billion.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I got a little more. So we got to go to Tennessee to California, and we're going to call this miscellaneous mayhem. Okay. Miscellaneous mayhem. In Tennessee, they billed the government $29 million for pain meds that were actually never even prescribed. In Washington, they billed. Medical staff were caught stealing fentanyl and hydrocodone. You know what's horrible is in this particular case, they were stealing fentanyl and hydrocodone for children, like really, really sick kids.
Not they give that fentanyl and the hydrocodone to the babies.
Yeah, because there's kids that have cancer and kids that are going through stuff,
Not the babies, Nylene.
And because they can't fight and they can't say anything. And that's why these takedowns, they matter, because it's not just fraud, it's dangerous,
And again, we're going to say it, the patients always are the collateral damage, It's not the organization. It's not the providers. It's not even their licenses, unfortunately. A lot of times when the providers are caught doing this, they're allowed to voluntarily surrender their license so that it never looks bad upon them. And you have to really look and say, who is really in control of the matrix here, people? Because the $1 billion mark. How many billions have you just said in this episode? I mean, I think you've
a lot. Yes. So there's a interesting new healthcare fraud data fusion center. So they're going to blend AI, data analytics, and government muscle. And so what they're doing is they're using predictive models to flag suspicious patterns. Like, it truly is like the Minority Report for Medicare, because they've had to do this. So guys, when you're talking about AI in healthcare, like, it's not only being used for like basic stuff, like they're building entire matrices. Like, rewatch the movie, rewatch Minority Report, because it's a thing. It is happening. It is here. And so if you're going to bill fraudulently, who's watching?
Well, I guess, we can say when we start to see that it catches things that are coming in before it hits the billion mark, then maybe, people will say, okay, then we can see how AI is really helping. But if they're using this, they've spent billions to put into this infrastructure, and then we're still able to see fraud cases coming out of this, that's going to be really something to watch, because then you're saying, well, where is all of this going,
Yes, for sure. So we're going to see, because they're building predictive models, they're flagging patterns, they're tracking kickbacks even through like Bitcoin.
As they should.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I am an advocate of those things. Yes, I am an advocate. But that was a whole episode of receipts, fraud, deep fakes, international fugitive, hospice horrors. We couldn't even get through all the zillions of them that we've added up right now, to be honest. I mean, it was 1.43, 10.5. What do you say? 17 point.
You like math? Because I don't.
Then you had minus the 10.2 billion that they had not caught from. Yeah. So anyway, that was a lot of money that we had just talked about right now. And the federal government literally has each case on a PDF. You can download, read, and review all of these cases. OIG now is become so bold about it, honey. They put it on LinkedIn. They put it on Facebook. And if you follow that account, they say, look, we have caught this much today. So
Yeah. So we told you this isn't just a takedown. It was a takedown with a red carpet, all things exposed. Okay. So let's do a little PSA before we close out. It's time for our quick PSA, because fraud like this, it doesn't just make headline. It hits real people. So whether you're a patient, a provider, or a gatekeeper behind the scenes, listen up, listen up, listen up, listen up. Shannon, talk.
Yeah,
see
well,
what we got.
before we close out, I guess, it's time, like you said, if you're on Medicare, Medicaid, or any insurance, check your statements, those EOBs coming in, look for claims for services you did not receive. So if you have an EOB that says you ordered 50 catheters and you know you do not need a catheter, you need to go ahead and call the insurance company and get that taken care of. And, if your back brace shows up before you even hurt your back, I just want you to know that it's raining a red flag on you that day. And so, some calls need to be made.
Don't be afraid to question things. If someone cold calls you and asks for your Medicare number, hang up, please. If a clinic promises a free service or a gift card in exchange for something, run. That's just bait.
And report suspicious activity to 1-800-MEDICARE or the OIG hotline. Because sometimes stopping $1 billion scam starts with one person speaking up. And we will link those phone numbers in our footnotes.
Yes. So if you're a provider signing orders, please don't do it if it's somebody that you don't know or you haven't seen. Be careful with your numbers, your everything. Just protect your numbers and save them. Don't write orders or sign orders for patients you have not seen.
That's your big one, right? And don't let a marketer, sales rep, or a telemed coordinator person tell you what to prescribe. Clinical judgment belongs to you. You're the one that has been through the many, many years, has the student loans to prove it. And if you're rubber stamping scripts and allografts or test panels, even just to help out, you could be enabling fraud, and you don't want to do that.
Yep. And remember, your NPI is traceable, every single claim. If your name is showing up on DME orders in a state you've never practiced in, it might already be too late.
Again, we always say it, but you are the firewall. You are the first line of defense. And guess what? Some of these fraudsters have real credentials, but you have to look closer. The patterns don't lie. And if somebody leaves a facility because they've been doing something and you hear about something, even if your medical staff committee allows them on your staff, just make sure that you note it in the credentialing file and cover yourself.
Yeah, pay attention to providers that don't have physical offices, sudden surges of patient volume or overlapping roles across facilities, or, their NPI says they're pain management, but are boarded in, general surgery or OB and somehow are doing plastic surgery, just kind of weird stuff like that. You want to vet third-party billing vendors and management companies too, because fraud loves to hide in outsourcing.
Very true. Very true. Ultimately, you have to trust your gut. If the application looks too perfect, or if you're being pressured to fast track something weird, a provider with minimal documentation, slow it down. It's okay. The consequences of credentialing the wrong person can cost millions of dollars, but more importantly, it costs lives. We've talked about the patient being the collateral damage, and I'm in credentialing to stop that as much as I can.
Yes. Healthcare fraud isn't just numbers in a spreadsheet. It's stolen identities, fake prescriptions, unnecessary procedures, and sometimes stolen futures. Medicare and Medicaid fraud isn't just a crime against the government. It's a direct hit to every patient, taxpayer, and legitimate provider in our healthcare system. When scammers bill for fake services and unnecessary treatments or stolen identities, they siphon billions away from programs that are meant to care for elderly people with disabilities, low-income families, people that are dying. That money doesn't just disappear. It just means fewer resources for real care, longer wait times, reduced coverage, rising premiums for us. And it also drives up the costs across the board, right? Straining hospitals and clinics and providers who are doing the right thing, like little old me in my little office. We're trying to make some money back. Okay, we're trying to be amazing. We're just trying to help you out. So when trust in the system erodes, the people who need care the most are often the ones who end up suffering. So fraud doesn't just waste funds, it weakens the very safety net that we all rely on.
It's just very true, very true, very true. And ultimately, our job is to protect patients, to help providers protect their licenses. And ultimately, we are accountable to the system to protect the system. And stay ready, because let me tell you, the FBI definitely is. What do you think? If you like this episode, I would just ask you to do the most incredibly free, amazing thing that you could do, which would be to like our episode, to share our episode, to comment on
download
our episode,
it.
to download our
We only get credit if you download it. Sorry. Follow us on YouTube. We're trying to get our video up. We're having technical difficulties. We're not like millionaires here. We haven't found like a wonderful sponsor that wants to like help us grow and get this nationally.
But
so
we're
always looking.
We are looking.
We're looking for people who want to like, help and share. So we need all the help that we can get. We need you to download an episode for us and let us know that you did. Text us on LinkedIn, direct message us. Listen, both of us are active every day. We work full time, but we give full time to Credentialing Chronicles as well. We love you all. We love the profession and we want to keep promoting it and keep doing this for you guys.
Nylene, hello. This is where the tea is hot and the indictments are hotter.
Yes, girl. I love it.
I love it. Okay, we'll see you next time. Stay credentialed, not what, Nylene?
Canceled. Bye.
Woo, that was a whole lot of tea. Who knew doctors had more drama than reality TV?
And if you think that was wild, just wait till next week. We've got more stories, more scandals, and more credentialing chaos coming your way.
And if you love the tea, please don't keep it to yourself. Like to show us you're listening. Please comment and join the conversation. And follow us on LinkedIn, Instagram, and TikTok. Also, share so everyone else can sip with us.
Yeah, so see you next time on Credentialing Chronicles. Stay credentialed, not canceled.